So in this video, we're going to learn that function or methods that present for the list. So now let's start this one. And please let me know if you have any question. Please put that comment. I will try to answer those. If you have any doubt, whatever we discussed before to this. So let's now I will start. So suppose I put that x as a variable, and as we know for the list we need to put that in bracket. So suppose I put that 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now first thing I wanted to know that length. So we have length function. So we can do x dot len, sorry, not x dot len of x. And then we can execute, then we will get that 5. So it's going to count that how many numbers are present or how many we comma separated we put there. So it will count and it will give. So suppose if I put that x1 equals to, sorry, the first 1, 2, 3, comma ABC. After this, I can put one more XYZ. Now I will try to execute this one, what it's going to do. So ln of x1, we'll see that how it's going to do. So this also returning us 5. So this one, either it's mix of this or single, it's not matter for the length. It's going to count how many index are there, how many elements we define inside that list, and it's going to return that number of list to us, that length function. So now other one is that max function. Suppose I need to find max of this one. So if I try to do max of x, so we'll get that 5 is that max. So let me check it out, that is that max going to work for x1 or not. So we got that error. Okay, because now str is there, not that int. So now here we get to know that only if we put that integer it's working. So let's just try one more thing. We can put all of them as string, and then we can see that is that going to work or not. So we'll put that a comma b and comma c, and then we will check that out, is that going to work or not. So max of x3 number. So now here we got that name x3, sorry, my bad, x2. So now we get that max of C. So this is that max of this one. So now if this one going to work, now we can try something else. How it's going to work. So now if we have all of same type, then it's going to work. Now I will put that A, B, C, and then I will put that. My bad. Here I will put A, B, and D. Here I will put that A, B, C, and now we can try to see is that going to work or not, and then we'll check that max of x3, how it's going to return to us. So see, now we got A, B, D. So if we see in all of them, this is that max. So in short, now we got that max will work, either it's any one type of data is there inside list, then it's going to work. Now similarly we have mean function. So suppose I will go with mean of x3, then we got ABC is that mean, and if I go for integer, then I will get of x, I think, yeah. Then we got 1. So in this way, mean and max going to work, but it's only will work if we have same type of data. If we have something different, then it's not going to work. So I hope now we are clear with this mean, max, and length function. Now we'll move that to, suppose if I need to add any value, so how we can add it in this one, in list. So what we can do, I have x. Now I will do that append function is there. So now if I try to append that 6, and then we can try to print that x. So we got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So whenever we put that append, it's always going to add the end. So end of the list, it will add that value. But suppose if I wanted to insert at a specific position, then how we can do that? So for this one, we have one more function. So now I will go ahead and do that. So now x dot insert. So in this, first I need to specify position. So if I put that position as suppose 2, and then I wanted to add 8, and then if I execute this one and try to print that x, we got that it's printed here on the second position. So this one is position, and this one is that value I wanted to add. So position 0, 1, and 2. So second position I added 8, so it's added it here. So in this way we can put that for the list to add it. Okay. So it will do all this work, and it will insert at the specific position. So now suppose I wanted to add same x plus, sorry, my bad, x plus x, and then I wanted to execute. So we got that it's going to display same value adding both of them. So we can do that addition as well in that list. Okay. So now suppose now if we wanted, we have that extend of list. So now this one is done. So now next what we done now? Yeah. Now we need to go and look into that remove. So how we can do remove? So to remove that, we have one specific function that called remove. So remove. So now I will go ahead and run that x dot remove, and then I will pass that value. If I put like this, and then if I try to print that, so we got that it's removed that a specific value whatever I passed in that remove function. But if I don't know that position of that, then how we can achieve that? Someone told you have to remove 8, and someone may be tell whatever is there on fourth position we have to remove it. So when we know that value, we can use that remove. But if we don't know that value, then how we can do that remove? So and we get to know that only position we need to remove. So for this we have pop. If we put that pop, and then suppose if I pass that position 2, so we know that 3 need to remove for the position 2. So if I execute it, so we see that 3 it's got. Now if we try to print that x, so we see now 3 is removed from this list. So remove and pop both going to remove that element from that list, but remove will use that specific value for that list, and pop is going to use that index. Only this is the difference between pop and remove. So I hope you like this video. Thank you.